Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's plan with me is going to be one of my all-time favorite kits from Coffee Doodles, of course. This is Handmaid. This one was released, I believe, the Friday before last, just in time for the June 5th premiere of season 3. I'm super duper excited. I think Elaine did absolutely fantastic with this art. I love that she did the symbols instead of the words in the quote box because it just makes it so much more authentic. With women not being able to read, you have to go by the symbols. The coloring, the dresses, she just nailed everything as always. So just a quick peek through. I love the roses on that. It's so pretty. So just a quick flip through of the kit just to show you guys, and this is still up on her website and she ships super fast, so you could definitely have it before the premiere next week if you did want to snag it up. Like these two colors together, oh my gosh. But you can definitely get this in time. She usually ships same day, so you could definitely get this in time for the premiere next week if you wanted to, if you don't already have a kit planned, because it's phenomenal. So, as always, everything will be linked down in the description box below. Any questions that you have, any products that I use, there will also be a 15% off code for Coffee Doodles Co, as well as the Facebook group and shop linked. And there will also be a code for $10 off your first Erin Condren purchase if you don't already have an account with them. The new planners do start in July if you order that one, so if you need a new planner, then you can definitely do that one. They have the 1-year option that is July to June, or they have the 18-month, which is July 2019 to December of 2020. So either way, if you need a new planner, definitely go check those out. Highly recommend them, of course. I've been using them for like 4 years. And before we jump into the plan with me, I wanted to show you guys this week also, because I realized that I hadn't done a plan with me and it just turned out so perfect, and I wanted to share it because I think it's absolutely gorgeous. This is the week of my daughter's 7th birthday, and she absolutely loves Rapunzel. I think I mentioned that before. And she just kind of reminds me a lot of her from the Tangled movie. Her fire and her just independentness and everything like that. So I wanted to do this kit for her birthday, and this is how it's going so far. So super duper stoked about how this is turning out. So let's go ahead and get into Handmaid. I will lay down bottom washi, date covers, and then we'll come back to figure out the sidebar because, again, as usual, I don't know what I want to do for this week. Okay, almost laid that page flag down without doing the full box first. And now, as usual, the struggle on which full box we want to use. So I really like this one that says under his eye, but blessed be the fruit is amazing too. And we're going to do under his eye because I like that one the most. And then I like the color of the page flag laying over top of it. Well, I think in trying to correct that, I made it even more worse. More worse. I made it even more crooked. It should be over just a little ways, but I'm not going to mess with it again. We will adjust on the glitter header that's going to go right there. And I'm going to use this really, really pretty, I guess like seafoam green you would call it. It's really gorgeous. So it'll have just a, actually I think that's, I don't know. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna go with that. And then let's see, I'm gonna do dinners as usual. And then this is the first week of summer break for my kids. So I'm trying to decide what I wanna do here. Because I want to keep the weeks, I want to do stuff with the kids, but I also don't want to do too much with the kids because we just tire ourselves out really quickly and then we end up being bums for the rest of the summer. So I definitely don't want to push too hard to do a bunch of things and kind of burn everybody out, which, I mean, it's fine if your family typically does a bunch of stuff, but we don't jam-pack our lives with a lot of things, so I think trying to slam in a lot on them all of a sudden would just be too much of an adjustment. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to do the habit trackers like usual, and then I think I'm going to do the reading, currently reading like I talked about before, because I didn't add it on the side in the last one, and I kind of wished I had after I was done. So I'm gonna do that this time and see how it goes. To try, because we're still in June, to try to kind of lay down the setup before I get into a new planner and then start kind of redoing things anyway. Yeah, so we're going to try that this time and see how it goes. Also, if you guys didn't know, June is a challenge in the Coffee Doodles Co group. We're doing a month full of coffee doodles. So we're doing, if you do 3 spreads in June, because we're using Father's Day as a freebie since we don't have a kit, Elaine didn't have a kit design for that one, but there are a ton of shops that have really cute kits, so I know that you guys probably already have those plans, but dang it, now I gotta put a red on a red. Fix that. But yeah, so if you do 3 spreads of Coffee Doodles Co. and you post a picture under the post that I had made in the group, you get entered to win a shop credit because Elaine was nice enough to add a shop credit as a prize for doing the June challenge. So definitely make sure if you decide to do Coffee Doodle spreads that you post photos of your spreads for the month there, and then we will choose a winner, which is really exciting because who doesn't love shop credit? Yeah, who doesn't love shop credit? So, good stuff. But definitely go check out the Facebook group for that. And I like to see what everybody else does with her spreads too, because I feel like I have my way of planning with her stickers, but I'm always interested to see how others plan with her stickers. So definitely feel free to, of course, share the spreads in there anytime, but we would love to see them for June too, and then you can get entered. But I had somebody ask the question too, so if you decide not to use a Father's Day kit and use a Coffee Doodles, but then you want to use a Pride kit, you get a freebie week either way. So instead of 4 weeks of Coffee Doodles, it's 3 weeks of Coffee Doodles. So you can either use the freebie week for Pride or you can use it for Father's Day. It's totally up to you. So now I'm going to add the heart checklist at the bottom before I put the header in, because I know that it's going to take up more room than probably what is here. So we'll add the heart checklist first, and then I'll add the header on top just to make sure that it's evenly spaced, because I can always fill it in with another sticker. I just can't trim once it's down. Yeah, so we will have a little bit extra space, but that is okay because I'm actually going to add, instead of doing like a thin header like this, since it doesn't have one that says like books or currently reading, which Elaine, suggestion. I told her when she went to watch my other video of the Throne of Glass kit, she was like, oh, I guess I need to go watch that. And I was like, yeah, I talked to you a lot in that one. Just to let her know I babble to her. So I'm actually just going to add one of these sticker, I don't know what these are called either. I need to get better about these sticker names. But this one is kind of like a, it's the same size as the habit trackers, but it's got some of a like background on it. So I'm just going to add that one for that, and then I will add in the characters. So my only thing is, usually I do a habit tracker that says read for 30 minutes, so I could put that one up here and then the self-care, and then am I gonna put another emoji for books here that says currently reading? Yeah, let's try it out and see. We'll see. We'll try it this time, see how we like it, and then we can always go from there. So I'm gonna use this Coffee Monsters Co. little face mask emoji dude. The only thing is they always cover part, and I don't like that, but that's okay. We'll do it this time. Okay, and then we'll do this little happy guy for currently reading. This is also from the Coffee Monsters Co. And then we will do I really like these Get Lit stickers from Once More with Love, so we're going to do one of those, and I'm going to do the little gray one to kind of go a little bit better with the kit, and again, it's going to cover a little bit of the dates for the other spots, but that is okay. Okay, so that's what the sidebar is going to look like. For this week, I kind of really like this setup a little bit better. I just also am not reading that many books at one time, so I feel like maybe I don't need a whole list for it. Maybe I could do like the 3-heart checklist and then have more room in the sidebar. But again, this is why we do this. We plan and we see how we like it, and then we change things if we don't like it. Alright, now to get down to the nitty-gritty of the weeks, I'm gonna wait and do the full boxes because I have some things for some of these days, like Handmaid's Tale. I know that it's going to end up going down here. I'm going to mark that this is the first day of summer break, and I need to get the kids' summer break schedules and extra chores in order, which I'll honestly end up probably doing that this weekend, but I'll sit down with them and we'll kind of go over it. And then Thursday we have gymnastics. My son has a psychiatrist appointment on Friday. Big Little Lies returns on Sunday, which I'm also super, super stoked for. If you guys have not watched it, you should. It's amazing. I love it so much. There is some kick-butt female leads in that show, including Reese Witherspoon and Nicole Kidman, and there's just some really great actresses in the show, and I love it, love it, love it. So if you have not seen that yet, definitely watch it. I would recommend reading the book first. I did have a friend that say she couldn't read the book because in the book it switches back and forth between so many points of view that it gets confusing. So if that's not your thing, then definitely just go watch the show. They don't leave anything out. It is like spot on with the book, and I think that you guys will really enjoy it. What we'll do is I'll put the double box in for the weekend first, and then we'll go from there. I have really been enjoying putting the double box on the bottom. I'm not sure why. I just have really liked that a lot the last couple of times that I've done it, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And I like that the washi is kind of empty on the bottom, so putting the weekend banner down here, I don't feel like I'm really messing anything up because there's nothing really there to mess up. I really love this double box too, you guys. The June and I forget the commander's wife's name, but those two, oh wait, I just had it and my brain dumped it. Mrs. Waterford, yes, Mrs. Waterford. God, what is her name? That's gonna bug me. Anyway, I love this double box of them together looking at the bed because they both hate it, I feel like, just as much as the other one does. And then we'll add this down here. Every stinking time I do that. Every time. This happened to me before too. I don't know if I was pulling it off, but I swear these kids just do not like me recently, which, I mean, you can't really tell. I know it's there, but whatever. Okay, so we'll add that there. So that's the double box, and then I'm just gonna throw some glitter headers on top of here, and I'm gonna do both of them in this maroon color, just to kind of break it up a little bit. I realized since I started putting these glitter headers in that I don't like when things are like on top of each other. I like the segregation of having something in between, and that works out really well for me. So I really like that. That double box is so awesome. Okay, and then we'll flip back over to Monday and start to lay some of that stuff down, which I haven't really figured out how I want to mark the first day of summer break. I was thinking of an emoji, but I don't know that I really have one to kind of mark that. So I am going to use one of these half boxes. I love these. I don't reach for the pattern ones as much because I end up putting like patterned washi behind these usually, but I do honestly really, really love those and use them quite a bit. Although I don't know that it looks like that I've used them because I think the last few times I've planned I haven't put them in there. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this kind of floral one and put the maroon box over top of it. This almost like honeycomb type pattern it's got on here is really cute. See, even that feels like too much pattern to me. Like now I kind of wish I would have put a glitter header there instead because the patterns together I don't really like. So now we know for next time. Don't put the two pattern ones together. Do a glitter header instead. I'm also super sad and trying to occupy myself because my closest friend here is PCSing soon, and I'm sad because it's supposed to be us and we're not going. I'm gonna miss her and I'm super sad, but just seeing all these moving trucks is really disappointing. But such is life. So we'll do that one there, and then I guess I probably should have put the full box on the top for that one, but that is okay. Hopefully my kids sleep in and we will have some time because my kids, y'all, they are not children that like to sleep in, like, at all. They really don't. My daughter gets up at like 5:30 every morning, even when she doesn't have school, and it drives me insane. My boys will sleep in sometimes. Brayden, my oldest, he'll definitely sleep in. If you like leave him alone, he will sleep in, but it's got to be like quiet. And if he hears the other two up, then he gets up because he thinks that they're doing something that he's missing out on, and it drives me insane. But my daughter, man, she is an early riser and she does not get that from me. And we're constantly like, don't come out of your room until this time. Don't go downstairs and watch TV. Just sit in your room and color or draw, which she's gotten really good about. She loves dry erase boards, so she's gotten really good about just going downstairs and coloring on her dry erase board, and it's super cute. But then she wants to like come up and wake me up and show me, and I'm like, baby, I'm not ready. Show me in an hour when it's an appropriate time to get up, because right now I'm just not ready. But I know that this is just a phase in life and that we will be out of it soon. I keep trying to tell myself that, but it still sucks. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a fan of it at all. But I can't wait until they have kids, and then their kids can pay them back for me, and I can be like, hey guys, go wake up your parents, because I'm not gonna be that nice grandparent that's like, let's let mommy and daddy sleep, let's go downstairs and do something. Nope, go wake them up. That is a-okay. They did this to me my entire life. Go ahead and wake them up. Is that horrible? I'm just waiting for payback on my kids. Is that horrible? Does that make me a bad mother? You might say yes, but I say no. These are valuable life lessons. I don't even know how we got there. I'm listening to myself talk and I'm like, wait, how did we even get here? That was like a weird segue. Okay, so this one I'm going to put the full box on the bottom because I don't want to put it on the top and then have them too close together. So we're going to put this full box on the bottom, and I'm going to use the Gilead symbol with the rocks because why not? I was thinking that one for up top left here to kind of like show you're entering Gilead. I know that that's weird and might not make sense, but my brain, that's how my brain works. I'm like, oh, if I put this here, it kind of like leads you into Gilead for the week. But I like that it's here, kind of at the beginning also, because it's laying down like the base of our storyline. Okay, and then we'll do this really pretty, maybe this is seafoam green. I don't know. I'm not good with colors, y'all. This is why Elaine does the artistic stuff, and I'm just a support person, because I'm like, I don't know what color that is. It's really pretty, and it kind of looks like green and blue to me, but I don't know what color that is. All right, and then we'll do the box on the top for this one, and I think I'm gonna do this cute little music box. I'm trying to break up the red and wood versus like the light cream color and the greens, just so that I don't have them all sitting on top of each other. And this time I am going to separate it with a glitter header because I don't want them on top of each other. I just didn't like how Monday turned out doing that. So we're going to add a glitter header here. And then we're going to throw this in here. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's so pretty. And then we'll add a little green one down here as like a transition color, right? And you see the color, the pattern on the curtains. Ugh, so cute. The like attention to detail is what gets me. Like I never would have thought to like be like, oh, I should put a pattern on the curtains. I would have just been like, here's a curtain. But Elaine gets it every time. So we're gonna do a big box for marking that the show comes back that evening, which it comes out earlier here, but I don't typically watch it when the kids are up. I made the mistake of trying to watch an episode one time when the kids were awake, and it was one of the ones that had one of the rape scenes in it, and I was like, oh, you know what, we probably shouldn't do that. So we're not gonna do that this time. We're gonna be smart about this. We've learned that there's not really many shows that we can turn on at night and while the kids are awake and have it work out to where they're not like freaked out about it, or so we've learned that that just really does not work out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this, I don't know, cream box. Should I do the cream box on top of this? And then I have a little piece of washi that matches from where the bottom washi was. Like I could use that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, because this will blend right in with this bottom, and then if I add the other one, I feel like that'll be a really seamless transition. And I like it a lot. I've also decided that I'm not going to be using monthly kit stickers anymore. I laid down July in my new planner, and I just don't like it. It doesn't fit as well, and it leaves the bottom coloring on the colorful open. Oh, the only thing is this fits the whole way across and the box doesn't. Is that gonna bug me? That's gonna bug me. Yeah, whatever. I like the patterns together more than I'm worried about it not fitting. This is what happens. Sometimes you just gotta, you see? Sometimes you just gotta go with it and just let it go. Sometimes you have to let one thing go to be okay with the other, and you pick and choose your battles. So that one's gonna be Handmaid's Tale Returns, which I wanna do one of these character stickers. I don't know if I wanna, Joy. Is her name Joy? No. Selena? Maybe it is Selena. Oh my gosh. That's still bugging me, you guys. Does that happen for anybody else? It just like drives me bonkers until I think of it, and then I'm like, yeah, that's right, I got it. I think I'm gonna do June for the return box because it is the Handmaid's Tale after all. And look at that, we're just gonna cover that extra space up. Oh, I love when things work out perfectly. Look at that, guys. I know, guys. I'm sorry. You have to deal with me. Obviously, if you're watching this plan with me, you don't mind it too much. I had 2 cups of coffee today. I should probably let you know that ahead of time because that's probably where a lot of this energy is coming from. So we're gonna do this box in the middle because the other ones are not. Oh no. Now we have too many full boxes again. Not enough space. So I think what I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna end up doing I'm going to do the Scrabble board, and then I'm going to do this one. And I think the way that I'm going to do it is, wait, where did I use the extra full box? I did, right? Yes, no. Yes, okay, I did use it. Okay. Oh yeah, that was under his eye. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Blessed Be the Fruit, and then I'm going to do the Scrabble board. But I don't want the Scrabble board right beside June and her red, so I'm going to break it up and hope that it should be okay, because I also have the blue box. Oh yeah, that works out perfectly because the blue box is on Wednesday as well, so this will break it up a little bit. So for Thursday, we're going to put the box in the middle. So I'm going to go ahead and lay that down first, which I usually know to do it at 10 or 11 for this planner, and I know that I have to white out 5 just because I put the, which if we do it kind of in the middle of both of those, then it works out too, just because I know that I also put the headers, so to keep it clean and have space for everything. So we'll do that, and then we're gonna do some light headers, which I kind of want to do, nope, too much pattern. See, everybody has their planning preferences, and for me, that's just too much pattern on top of each other. All right, there is that. And Thursday, the only thing we really have is gymnastics, which, silly me, I left. No, I didn't. Wait, I do have them, I think. Hey, look at that. So Thursday, the only thing we really have to mark down is gymnastics. I'm going to take my kids to the library today, but I also want to make the library a weekly trip because they do go through books really fast, especially my older kiddo. He reads through them in like a day. He likes reading. So I definitely want to make the library a weekly trip, and I'm thinking that probably, oh, Wednesday I have therapy. That's what I needed to mark down. Wednesdays won't work for that, so I'm thinking probably Tuesdays will be our library day. We have an appointment as well, so, Monday or Friday? Do I want to start? I guess I could start the week out with a library trip. I mean, really, I could do the library on Tuesday too. I'm putting way too much thought into this. I know, guys, you're yelling at me to just go on, but these are life dilemmas that I have to figure out right now. I can't move forward until I know. Kidding. I also want to add on, and sorry about the lawnmower. I forgot that it's Tuesday, so they're mowing. I also want to add on a gymnastics day for my kids too. I want them to go twice a week instead of once a week in the summertime, because I feel like it'll be a good energy burner for them, and it will help me not go nuts. I wanted to put them in swimming as well, so I think 2 gymnastics classes will be really good for them. So I'm going to see about adding in a second one, and that'll take up one of the other days. And then I always add my TV tracker down here at the bottom, because my husband and I typically end up watching a show together in the evening time. You guys have probably seen we've been watching Supernatural, and I absolutely am in love with it, which I don't think that there's many people that watch it that aren't in love with it. But I'm really, really loving the show, and actually adding that as a kit idea for Lane, because I think it would be really cool to have a Supernatural kit. Okay, and then we're going to do the full box on the top for this one, and we're going to break this up with another cream color. I like that these headers are like the really light cream and greenish blue, and then this box is light as well, so I just want to keep it light by adding in that kind of cream colored glitter header instead of one of the darker ones. And then I'll add this darker one here to kind of contrast between these 2 days, and then it also darkens it up a little bit going into the rest of the stickers. So there's that one, and then we're going to add the psychiatrist appointment on that day for my oldest. I don't know if I shared with you guys, my oldest was diagnosed with ADHD, and most recently he was diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder, which the anxiety has been getting a lot worse, so we've noticed that it's probably something that we'll need to take another gander at because it's getting a bit worse. But yeah, I just wanted to share that because I'm really open about mental health and mental illnesses, including my own. I talk about my own a lot just because I feel like it could be really beneficial for people who are struggling to know that they have someone to confide in that can kind of understand what they're going through. So with that being said, if you guys ever feel like you need to reach out or need someone to talk to, feel free to message me on Instagram or Facebook or anything like that. I'm obviously not a licensed professional, but I will try to point you in the direction of getting help if you need it, but also just be able to listen and kind of empathize a little bit if you are struggling, because I've been there and I know what it feels like. So just to throw that out there, because I don't know that I've talked about it on my channel in a while. I did have a couple of videos about my mental illness and kind of where I am with it, and I'd like to do more as kind of like a catch-up, but I don't know, some people just don't respond well, and a lot of it's not stuff that I can super go into because of my family and it having to do with them, and I'm not ready to kind of confront that yet. So, but like I said, if you need someone to talk to, I am here. So we're going to use this little coffee cup because I'm definitely going to need coffee because his appointment is at 8:30 on the first Friday of summer break. So we're going to put that there. And then we'll add the TV tracker down at the bottom, which I don't know why I keep putting that away because then I have to turn around and pull it back out, which I think these are I use them as TV trackers, but I looked at them the other day and I was like, you know what, maybe those are supposed to be computers. I think they're TVs though. You guys tell me, what do you think? Computers or TVs? Because I honestly, don't care either way because I'm using them as TV trackers, but I'm just curious to see if people see things the way that I see them sometimes. Because you can also be like, no, Amanda, you're crazy. Those are definitely TVs. They don't even look like computers. And I'm usually like, what? You're right, probably. Okay. And then we'll add the TV trackers in over here also because I did not put those in yet. So I am going to add this one. Because I'm probably most likely going to end up watching Handmaid's Tale without my husband because he does not watch it. So I'm probably going to end up watching that by myself and then having him, and then we'll watch Supernatural together later that evening. I'll just have to watch it with headphones in if the kids are home because, I don't know, he just never got into Handmaid's Tale. I don't know what it was. I think he watched like one of the first episodes and he was just... it wasn't his thing and he was like uncomfortable with it, but I think that that's important. I think that if the show makes you uncomfortable, oh, look at that. Look at what we did there. That's not what goes there. I don't know. I think that if the show makes you uncomfortable, I think that not to get too far into political beliefs or anything like that. The climate of our society right now is in not such a great place, and I think the show kind of makes you think about that. I think it kind of, I don't know. So we'll add some glitter headers over top of these to kind of separate that out. And I don't like how this one is above the Handmaid's Tale box. I should have done it below because that's a lot of like stuff going on right here. But isn't that the point of no white space planning? Is to have so much going on that your eyes don't even know where to look. What do I pay attention to first? What do I look at? Okay, so we're actually going to add a library trip here as well, which the library is going to be super packed that day too because it's the first weekday of summer break and a lot of moms end up taking their kids. Oh, and I need to add therapy here, and then this is also our couples therapy appointment, so I need to add that in as well. So we'll do this plain box for couples therapy. And then I will add in, you know what, I'm going to add no, not the bed. Do I want to add the bed? Yeah. No. Yeah, I'm going to add the bed right above that. Sorry, guys. I'm immature. I know. I just thought that was funny. Couples therapy and then the bed. Anyway. Okay, and then I need to add my appointment. I need to add my appointment on Wednesday. There's a lot going on Wednesday, so I'm actually just going to use this smaller box and then put another glitter header underneath it because I feel like there's already a lot going on with all of this down here. So I don't want to add too much more. So I'm going to add that there, and then I'm just going to do another dark green glitter header underneath, because that's, I feel like that's, yeah, that's a good choice. Okay, and then we'll add the library trip here, which I don't think I need to make a huge sticker for that. Oh, you know what though? While I'm thinking about that, I am going to add a today header, and I'm going to put in one of these 3 heart checklists so that I can mark in the chores and stuff. I need to go over the chores and the summer charts with the kids because they haven't seen it since last year. So I don't want them to be like shocked when I pull out their lists of all the things they have to do during the summer and they're like, what is this? So I'm going to add that there, and then I'm going to add a glitter header to separate, and then we'll mark our library trip with one of these little boxes again that, again, I don't know what they're called. I love when Elaine watches my video because she comes back and she's like, this is called this, to answer your question, this is this, and I'm like, oh man. Thanks, Elaine. But I don't know the names of a lot of them. I know that the planner shops, like the planner bosses, have planner bosses. It makes them sound like the mafia. I know the planner bosses like have names for all of these different types of stickers. That is super crooked. Goodness. But I don't know what they are, so that's a little bit too far down maybe, that's why. Okay, that's as good as she's gonna get. She's gonna have to stay like that because I don't know what to tell her. She's being crazy right now. There's that, and then we'll do this cutesy little red one, and then it leaves this tiny little space that, again, if I don't end up marking something for the day there, I can cover it up with like a deco washi instead or something like that. Speaking of deco, I'm going to go ahead and throw the deco up here at the top because I forgot to do that earlier, which typically is what happens. I forget to do it. Okay, that's a lot of deco on this side. I think it's a little bit too much, but I really wanted to use all of those, so we're gonna roll with it. We're gonna let it go. Okay, and then so I added therapy here. I feel like there was something else I needed to go back in and add. I added couples therapy here, and then Thursday had gymnastics. Friday had his appointment. Okay, I think that's everything. Saturday and Sunday, of course, stay open because we kind of figure out the weekends once my husband's home and we have a plan for the weekend, unless it's something that is before we know, like way ahead of time that it's coming up. So this is the base of it for right now. I'm really excited and I'm really happy with it. So I'm going to go ahead and add the pen, and we'll come back and discuss after that. I was originally going to use my Erin Condren pen because I actually really love this pen, but I think that I'm actually going to end up going with my Pilot G2 because I feel like the black of the ballpoint pen wouldn't be as like dark as I want it to be. So I'm going to go with the G2 instead. So I'm going to write everything in and then I'll come back for a final look. But before I do that, there's a couple of character stickers that I did want to add for some of these appointments because I do have some character stickers that I wanted to add in certain spots. So like this one, I was going to do one of the couples. Do I want the one where he's poking her in the face? Or do I want the one that looks really nice? Let's do the really nice one because I feel like the pokey face, I just feel like this one would work better for that. And then we're gonna do a lot of reading ones because your homegirl likes books and so do the kids. So we're gonna do, so I'm actually gonna go back with one of the little reading munchkins from Once More with Love and do that one. So I'm actually gonna, maybe I have one for the kids that I could do first day of summer break. Because like some of these are really cute, like the mom life one, that one's funny. That's probably how it's going to end up looking, to be 100% honest. It depends, I think, on if they let me sleep in that morning, how I'm going to feel about it. Or I could do Mom Boss so that I feel like I'm getting a good start to I don't know, guys. I don't know. Let's just do this one from Coffee Monsters Co., the emoji where she's hugging the kid with the little heart, because I feel like that one's pretty accurate for how we're going to feel about it. And then for therapy, I'm going to see if I have one of these little dots. Yeah, I'm just gonna use the alarm clock one. Oh, there's heart ones on a different sheet, isn't there? Yep, dang it. Okay, I should have done one of those, but that's okay. We'll do that next time. So that one's gonna be for therapy, and we have the Handmaid's Tale there. And then we have one for that appointment. So I think that was all I wanted to add sticker-wise. So now I am gonna go back in and add the pen, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so if you guys noticed, I had a little bit of trouble with the pens there. So I have two of the Pilot G2s here. This one is the 07 and this one is the 10. And they just did not write well on these glossy stickers. I don't know that I've ever really had a problem with that before, but I don't know that I've ever tried to use the black pen on the glossy sticker. It could just be my pens as well. But I ended up going back over it with my Bic Z4, which those will be linked down below as well. This is my all-time favorite black pen, and it came through for me. It started to get a little patchy for some of it, but for the most part, it worked out a lot better. So I don't know, maybe I need to switch to matte kits, I'm not sure. But that one definitely started working out a bit better for me. So this is what this week is gonna look like for now. Again, I'll go back in and kind of plan as we go, and I will post the full picture, the full spread of everything done on my Instagram if you guys would like to see it there. That is also linked down below. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video. Let me know your thoughts on Handmaid's Tale if it's something that you've read or watched, and definitely join the Facebook group because I'm sure there's going to be a big discussion about it. We're all Handmaid's Tale fans. Holly is currently watching.